Hi, I'm Alexis Rodriguez. I'm a Justice Studies major at San Jose State University, and I'm a Black and Mexican woman here living in San Jose. I've lived here for 15 years now. In this world that we live in this country that we are here today in, Black people are forced to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. I remember as a kid, and I was 7 years old, and I didn't get to grow up with an uncle on my dad's side. And when asking, like, why don't I have an uncle on my dad's side, my parents, they look at each other and they're like, like these worried faces, thinking, like, is it too gruesome to tell our daughter, our 7-year-old daughter, how my uncle passed away? They're like, yes. So he was tased to death by police in San Jose County Jail. He was in there for a drug offense. I know he was selling marijuana. So that's what he was in county for. A significant number of bones were broken, and he was reported to have bruises all over his body and his face. It's just it's horrifying to me that in jail, a place that is purposely to keep you physically defenseless, that police officers would feel the right to tase someone to death, to the point that if he was beaten before because his bones were broken and bruises across his body and face, what was it that he could be such a danger when he's physically defenseless? Jail, a system to make you physically defenseless. Why do the extra and kill a Black man? These are not stories of a far-off land, of some other Black family. These are stories within our community, our Black families, my friends' Black families. These are the stories of people I know, people of my blood, people that I'm associated with. Black people live in a constant life of unease. We are forced to live a self-correcting lifestyle. And if not, we are at the risk of losing our lives. Being quiet, you risk your life. Not standing up, you risk your life. Even being seen by an officer, Breonna Taylor risked her life. George Floyd, not resisting arrest, yet he still risked his life. So it's not even enough. Silence isn't enough. Silence still gets us killed. So it's like at this point, we are forced to talk. And if our life is to be taken, at least our voice and our struggle will be out there. If they want a revolution, we'll give it to them. This is George Floyd. This was the tipping point. This was the last straw on the camel's back. This was too much. Yeah, so defending the police means to take away money from the police. And instead, let's give it to programs such as housing to help the poverty issue, healthcare providers, those that are sick, social care workers, so that we can help those with mental disabilities. It's obvious to us that the police, they hold this great burden of responsibility. They can't go days, they can't go weeks, years without killing innocent Black lives. So it's obvious that they need help. This funding of the police obviously isn't enough to equip them to just, what it's doing is equipping our police with more ammo against our citizens. So yeah, let's lessen their burden. If we give it to other programs, this will help prevent crime so that more police officers won't even have to deal with such issues. Yeah, and then especially in California, we have strict gun laws. So shouldn't that apply to our police officers too? If they're living in fear that they can be harmed, aren't we living in fear that we're being harmed too? We're seeing these videos, we have these stories within our own family, within our own community. The fact that police officers get to carry this gun with a badge that excuses them from a killing of a Black person, the fact that they have immunity, this authority, this power, that they can get away with it, that's the problem. It's not, if this person's another ethnicity. It's not, if we teach them better to, don't shoot until the very end. Those tactics don't matter. It's the fact that they get a gun and they have authority and immunity to use this gun. That is what is causing this perceived power over citizens. It even showed in the Stanford prison experiment that if you just give anyone who's psychologically healthy, mentally healthy, if you give them a weapon and authority, that just proves that their perceived power over people will result in violence.